A Christian school in New Zealand will close its doors rather than give up on its conversion therapy program. Kaitaia Abundant Life School says a new law passed last year banning the practice means they can no longer operate according to their Christian faith. So unless you're making people feel bad about who they are and infringing on their right to be themselves, you can't practice your faith. That is such an interesting statement. That's baffling. Experiencing unwanted feelings towards the same sex is not usual, a spokesperson for the school, Ivy Tan, told One News in New Zealand. To say you are not able to offer support to these students is horrendous. That's not what conversion therapy is. Tan lamented not being able to offer any prayer, any counseling into how to navigate these times for students. Yeah, she's just lamenting the fact that she can't counsel them to ignore and push down those feelings, to deny who they are inside, and to be the person that that this school wants them to be rather than who they actually are. The island's Minister of Education, Jan Tinetti, was unapologetic about enforcing the conversion therapy ban. There is an exception, and has been from the word go with all governments, that all schools will do their best to support all their students from all backgrounds, she said. Now, that means all of our rainbow kids as well, and I'm thinking that could be part of the issue that they're leaning towards. I make no apology. Conversion therapy was outlawed in New Zealand last year after the United Nations called for a global ban on the practice, saying it amounted to torture. LGBTQ plus persons endure severe pain and long-lasting psychological and physical damage because of so-called conversion therapies. UN expert on sexual orientation and gender identity Victor Madrigal Borlos told the Human Rights Commission in 2020. Practices of conversion therapy are rooted in the belief that persons of diverse sexual orientation and gender identity are somehow inferior, either morally, spiritually, or physically, because of their orientation or identity, and that they must modify that orientation or identity to remedy the inferiority. Around 200 primary and secondary students are on the rolls at Kaitaia Abundant Life School. Officials say the school will close at the end of term, but continue to operate as a church. So they just won't be able to teach children in the school format. But yeah. Anywho, parents expressed disappointment with the Christian schools closing and with the fact that they'll have to send their kids to secular schools in the area, and that the kids will have to get like actual real education. That's a bummer. The education minister said, I have an expectation that all schools support all of their students and do know lots of special charter schools, lots of Christian schools that do really well. So this is just an outlier. This is one that is digging its heels in, and that plenty of other schools have continued to operate with Christian beliefs intact, but just not using these barbaric conversion therapy tactics. To borrow an Australian phrase to talk about a bunch of New Zealanders, good on ya.